You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family. First, I personally reached out to the victims' legal teams. The real reason he's not getting out is those buried cases behind the scenes. I provided legal funding for 7 victims who had been silent for years and brought in the top criminal attorneys in the country. Second, I bought up every potential post-release business deal he had lined up. I planned this 2 years in advance, so by the time he got sentenced and still had hope of getting out, every partner had already cut ties with him. Third, I don't just have evidence, I've got backups. This is an entire minefield that's been buried for 20 years. I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years. With testimonies from the victims, we interviewed over a dozen people he tricked, threatened, or violated. You think that's harsh? No, he destroyed other people's lives for decades. I'm just making sure he spends a few extra years in prison for it. I'm not afraid of his people, not afraid of his threats. I know he's still in there fantasizing about a comeback, but the truth is, he's never coming back.
Is this real life? I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me. What's happening? You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes?
Trading.
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized,
Yeah,
meaning
victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right.
Justin Bieber's shocking confession about how Diddy allegedly recorded disturbing videotapes during the abuse has reportedly surfaced after a federal court called him to testify. What Justin is claimed to have revealed has left many people stunned, and the details are far more disturbing than anyone expected. If these claims are true, this testimony could completely change how people view the entire case. You won't believe what Justin allegedly had to say.
We was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when somebody say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, Nick was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
Justin Bieber has spoken in the past about the hardships and alleged abuse he says he experienced while growing up in the entertainment industry. Now, a resurfaced interview with Apple Music is drawing renewed attention as Justin reflects on the emotional scars he says he still carries and the shame he struggled with because of what he claims happened to him. His emotional words have reignited discussion online, leaving many viewers wondering what really happened behind the scenes.
it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, will just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her,
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
As we dig deeper into this controversial story, the allegations become even more disturbing. Supporters of the theory claim the deception runs far deeper than anyone imagined, painting a picture of fear, silence, and manipulation. They speculate that powerful figures protected one another, creating an environment where alleged victims stayed quiet and, in some cases, were later drawn into the same destructive cycle. If these claims are true, it would represent one of Hollywood's most shocking scandals.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
The result of being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day.
According to online rumors, some people claim that powerful figures in the entertainment industry knew far more than they admitted, fueling widespread speculation across social media. Unverified allegations have even surfaced about supposed recordings involving several major celebrities, with claims that these materials are being traded for enormous sums online. However, none of these allegations have been substantiated, making it difficult to separate fact from speculation.
Well, considering that the is selling his own evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder. Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage. That really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
And Trey's literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet.
What?
Dribbling.
As the investigation continues, even more dramatic claims have surfaced online. Some reports allege that federal authorities collected digital evidence and called additional witnesses to testify before a grand jury, fueling intense speculation about what investigators may have uncovered. However, many of the more sensational claims circulating on social media remain unverified and should be treated with caution.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Female. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of
this is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appear
they
to be.
were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me
Right.
rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning
Victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
Supporters of this conspiracy theory claim that long-rumored evidence could finally reveal what really happened behind the scenes, fueling renewed speculation about several high-profile figures. They point to interviews and public statements from people connected to the music industry as reasons to believe there's more to the story. However, these claims remain unverified, and many of the accusations circulating online have not been proven.
A lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of like suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and you know they're making a lot of allegations.
Same way they made allegations about Usher. When Usher was younger.
I mean, do you think that there's any credibility to these allegations?
When there's smoke, there's fire. Why would Diddy be tapping his kid in his chest to see if he wired? And asking him, are you wired? Why would he be confronting that kid? Why would Justin Bieber make a song about, what is it? I got smashed at a Diddy party or something like that? Why? There's reasons behind all this. So where there's smoke, there's fire, Cam. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, Justin, he's been real quiet about this. I mean, I think like a lot of the other celebrities.
I was reading some, Cam, and the kids say after he went to Diddy camp, he started using drugs so heavy and was smashed every day. What would cause a kid who wanted to be an artist in the music business all of a sudden to start getting high and drinking and popping pills and smoking? What would cause a kid to do that?
I mean, usually trauma.
Or a Diddy party.
Usher has spoken publicly about his experiences as a young teenager in the music industry, describing being exposed to an adult environment that he says no child should have been around. Those past comments have fueled renewed online speculation as people revisit his early years and question what may have happened behind the scenes. However, many of the more serious allegations circulating online remain unverified.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but But I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
The rumors didn't stop with Usher or Justin Bieber. Online speculation has expanded to include other people connected to Diddy, with some former associates making additional claims in interviews about alleged grooming and misconduct behind the scenes. These allegations have fueled intense debate online, but they remain unproven and have not been established in court.
It's more deeper questions that I be wanting to know, like why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother no gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
About Quincy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son now, like that? Like that seemed like grooming to me. That's his daughter's brothers. Get the out of here, huh?
Critics of the entertainment industry argue that young performers can face intense pressure from powerful people, creating an environment where fame and influence may be exploited. Some commentators point to Justin Bieber's early career as an example of how vulnerable young stars can be, but many of the specific allegations circulating online remain unverified and should not be treated as established fact.
Wow! I feel violated right now. Wow.
Just lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music are you listening to?
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber. I have like little girl fans that can't.
My parents never gave me the sex talk. Okay. So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird. Let's talk about the album.
As more people share their experiences and investigators continue their work, public attention remains fixed on what could come next. Many believe that greater transparency is key to uncovering the truth and ensuring accountability where wrongdoing is proven. As this high-profile case continues to develop, new claims and evidence are likely to keep the spotlight on one of Hollywood's most closely watched legal battles.